if he wants to make some money, Floyd want to make some money. He wants to make some money. He could fight
your guy Jake Paul.
No, with him too, but he could fight the Wonder guy. Not Manny Pacquiao. Manny won't fight him again. But I'm talking
Canelo?
Not Canelo. Crawford.
Oh, Terrence Crawford.
Force Usyk to fight anybody. You can't force anyone to fight anybody. You know, the will has to be on the Usyk side.
And because his range control is so good, he's in. He's nicknamed the cat. He's in like a cat, and he is so accurate with what he's doing. He makes you miss, he makes you pay. That's the art of the sweet science. It is the art of getting hit.
Mike Tyson believes Floyd Mayweather would be destroyed by Oleksandr Usyk if they ever fought. Speaking on Shaquille O'Neal's podcast, Tyson explained that while Floyd makes heavyweight-level money, he never actually faces real heavyweight threats. He added that Mayweather only returns to boxing for financial gain, not for true challenges. According to Tyson, if Floyd ever steps back into the ring, he'll carefully choose weaker opponents, never someone dangerous like us.
Heavyweight.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, Floyd feels like in a different category.
He made heavyweight money, but I'm talking about the heavyweight struggle.
Yes. I don't know if we're ever going to get to the heavyweights again.
Huh?
Speaking of
No,
Floyd.
no, it's going to come back again. They always come back.
Speaking of Floyd, him and Roy Jones been going back and forth. If they were to fight, give me your opinion on who you think would win and why. And would people want to see that fight now?
Well, listen, people are all going to hate on Floyd, so they will want to see the fight. They want to see Floyd get beat. But are they going to fight?
I know they're going back and forth.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they would matter. If he wants to make some money, Floyd want to make some money. If he wants to make some money, he could fight
your guy Jake Paul.
Not with him too, but he could fight the Wonder guy. Not Manny Pacquiao. Manny won't fight him again. But I'm talking
Canelo?
Not Canelo. Crawford.
Oh, Terrence Crawford.
Usyk has reached a stage in his career where nothing more is needed to validate his greatness. With an Olympic gold medal and victories over top fighters including back-to-back wins against Anthony Joshua, Usyk has earned the right to retire on his own terms. Yet, speculation continues about who his final opponent might be.
Which he doesn't have to do probably because his legacy is secured. He's done basically everything in boxing. And if he was to retire tomorrow, or what could happen, which has been muted, that he was going to have the Dubois fight and then he was going to have a celebrity fight, you know, like crossover fight with an ex-MMA or something like that, which for me wouldn't be nice because I think it would cheapen his legacy in some way. But as Addy said, pounds and pence and dollars are what count in this game.
Andy, have you spoken, or has Spencer Brown or Frank spoken to you? Because to be fair to Frank, I've spoken to Frank twice since the fight, and he does always say, it's Joseph Parker next, it's Joseph Parker next. And he says it with a bit of force as well, as though he's promised you guys that you will be next in line. Has there been a conversation with Frank as to what happens with Joseph? Because I almost feel sorry for Joseph now. It's got to the stage where every time I see Joseph, I'm like, okay, look, when are you going to fight? When are you going to fight? And he has this face of, I don't know. And it's upsetting for me as well just to see him on the sidelines.
Yeah, it's very frustrating for him and for us as a team, but I had a brief conversation with Frank Warren as we were walking back from the ring. He said, it has to be Joe, and he said, we're going to push for Joseph. And Spencer Brown, he said, we're going to push for Joseph. David Higgins, we're going to push for Joseph. But you can't force Usyk to fight anybody. You can't force anyone to fight anybody. You know, the will has to be on the Usyk side.
Joseph Parker is one of the names being discussed. Although nothing has been confirmed, several top heavyweights are eager to face Usyk. However, Usyk has stated publicly that he has only one fight left in him. That revelation has intensified the mystery surrounding his next stand. Possibly final dash matchup.
The will has to be on the Usyk side. The will for Joe is there. He'd fight anybody, and as he's shown. But the will has to be, and the want has to be on Usyk's team.
Put your fighter hat on for me if you can, Andy, again. I mean, I saw, it's funny because the video of Dubois getting knocked out, there's you and Joe in the background, and I can see both of your reactions. When you're watching that, I mean, again, you've seen some of the best heavyweights in the world, you've been in camp with some of the best heavyweights in the world. When you're watching that, Are you watching it like myself and thinking, okay, this is an all-time great you're seeing?
First and foremost, I watched it as a fan and I enjoyed the fight. And I thought Dubois started really well. But there's something about Usyk, isn't it? And just this change after round 1, round 2, Dubois was having some success, landing right hand.
YK has never been the type to dodge challenges or drag out negotiations. He's respected not only for his skill, but also for his willingness to fight anyone, anytime. While many fighters get caught in drawn-out media hype and promotional delays, Usyk keeps things simple. Once a deal is made, he gets straight to work, no games, no excuses. This straightforward approach has earned him admiration from both fans and promoters.
The one thing I would say that we have to appreciate from Usyk is how he's so willingly down to fight anybody, right? Typically in boxing, you look at how boxing is structured. You have the Ali Act where a fighter could be like, nah, I don't want to fight him. Okay, well, we're going to strip you of your belt since you don't want to, defend that belt, right? How long does it take us to get a Gervonta Davis to fight, maybe a Devin Haney, or a Ryan Garcia fighting somebody else, right? It takes fucking forever. But now when it comes to Usyk, Usyk, he's a champion. Okay, your next title, person you have to defend against is Dubois. Perfect, send me the contract, I will be ready. You don't get that nowadays in boxing. You don't fucking get that. But when he fights, that's one thing I love about him.
Just beating Daniel Dubois in a rematch, the younger guy, and he's made it look easier against him and schooled him and destroyed him. That is the pinnacle of skill in boxing.
Becoming a 3-time undisputed champion across multiple weight classes is no accident. Usyk's transition from cruiserweight to heavyweight wasn't just about gaining mass, it was about evolving as a fighter. His victories over elite opponents like Anthony Joshua proved his ability to outthink and outwork bigger men. Beyond boxing, Usyk also paused his career to serve his country during War Team, a decision that revealed a different kind of bravery. He is more than just a talented athlete. He represents discipline, heart, and honor. Many analysts have begun comparing Usyk to legends like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. While they competed in different divisions, Usyk's dominance, adaptability, and undefeated record put him in the same conversation. His technical intelligence evokes Floyd, while his courage and fighting spirit remind fans of Manny. Usyk isn't just a champion of his era, he's building a legacy among the old-time greats.
How high is Oleksandr Usyk all-time on the GOAT list? I've seen a lot of debate that he's top 5 already, top 10, shouldn't be in the top 10 yet. So here's my thoughts on it. I think you can put him anywhere from like number 4 to number 10 all time. But he should definitely be in everyone's top 10. 2-division undisputed champion at cruiserweight and heavyweight. And he probably has the 2 best undisputed runs of the 4-belt era. At cruiserweight, he beat everyone in enemy territory. Glowacki in Poland, Briedis in Latvia, Gassiv in Russia, Bellew in the UK. At heavyweight, he beat all the Brits, mostly on enemy territory twice. Joshua twice, Fury twice, Dubois twice. Of that post-Mayweather Pacquiao era, I think he's definitely the greatest. Now, I have Usyk number 8. For reference, I have Floyd 1, Manny 2, Ali 3, Robinson 4, Durant 5, Leonard 6, Roy Jones 7, and then Usyk at 8. I know there's a whole debate right now about Usyk and Ali. Of course, Usyk's more skilled than Ali, but I think Ali's resume is greater, which is why I have him higher. But I'm curious to know how high people have Usyk now all time, without recency.
Floyd Mayweather has built his career on smart decisions inside and outside the ring. Analysts agree that if a fight offers high earnings with low risk, Floyd is likely to take it. He's known for being calculated and methodical, always studying his opponents and choosing them to fit his strategy of preserving his undefeated record. This approach has earned him enormous paydays, but also suggests he avoids matches where the danger outweighs the reward. If he does return, it will likely be under terms he controls, with carefully selected opposition.
Yeah, you're fighting the best fighter in the world. Yeah. And you're figuring out a strategy of not how do I win, but how do I last?
Yeah, and that was the strategy. I had a good idea that I wasn't going to be able to knock him out.
No, but that's not the goal with a guy like that. No, but Floyd is the most precise and Floyd doesn't care who watches, who likes. It doesn't matter. Right. Floyd only cares about the points. Yeah. If the fight is entertaining, for him, it's just a strategy. Yeah. So he's kind of like the beast of fighting. Beast is like, how do I get the algorithm and the numbers? 100%. That's how Floyd is.
Do you think he's the greatest? One of the greatest?
Every great fighter in the world says technically there's nobody better.
Yeah. Joe Rogan has frequently praised Mayweather for his defensive genius. In one of his podcast discussions, He pointed out how Floyd can stand directly in front of an opponent yet remain untouchable. He doesn't need to move much or throw flashy combinations. Instead, his shoulder rolls, timing, and subtle movements make him nearly impossible to hit cleanly. Rogan noted that even when Floyd appears idle, he's mentally dictating the pace of the fight. His defense is not only physical but psychological.
All like slight slips away, and it's slight motions, which is all you need to get away from a punch, right? You don't want to move too far. You're wasting a lot of energy and you can't counterattack. One of the best things about Floyd, and one of the most brilliant things about him, he's one of the most elusive fighters of all time, but he didn't move around. He stood right in front of you and you couldn't fucking hit him. That's true mastery of space and true mastery of technique. In my opinion, he's the best boxer that's ever lived.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not qualified to rank people, but I watched when he was making that ascent towards it. Ended up being 50, you know.
He just fought last weekend. This weekend, yeah, he fought a match against John Gotti's grandson, which is crazy.
That's scary for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, for a lot of reasons, right? But this is the second time they fought. The first time they fought, it ended in a brawl. Like a bunch of people jumped in the ring. It was crazy because they stopped the fight because they were talking too much shit to each other and holding on to each other too much. So the referee stopped the fight for whatever reason, I don't know. And in this fight was even crazy too because the first referee was terrible. And the referee said Floyd Mayweather hit him behind the head. Absolutely incorrect call. Floyd threw a right hand and it caught him on the side of the head, and the referee claimed that it was behind the head. So Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. He stops the bout. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Because he's the promoter also.
Well, I guess. I mean, also, it's Floyd Mayweather. Like, what's the referee going to do? Fuck you? You know, I'm going to stop the fight? Like, also, they're in Mexico City. Like, you could get killed. Like, just get out of the ring, buddy. So Floyd throws this punch, and
Adam Catterall once compared Usyk's footwork to Bell. The comparison is surprisingly accurate. Usyk glides around the ring with graceful, fluid movement, constantly shifting angles while maintaining perfect balance. Opponents often struggle to pin him down, appearing stiff and sluggish in comparison. His rhythm, pacing, and timing confuse even the most experienced fighters. He's fast without being reckless and aggressive without being wild. Most heavyweights known more for power than speed simply can't match his elegance and ring control.
I did notice his foot movement. He was just moving. He was just moving away, so Dubois couldn't hit him. And then when he was punching Dubois, he made him look like in football terms, he made him look like a non-league player. He made him look bad.
Mate, that's the beauty of Oleksandr Usyk. He's training with his little mate Vasil Lomachenko. They came through the pro ranks together, well, amateur and pro ranks together, and their training regimes are completely off textbook. They don't do it like everybody else does it. There's a lot of ballet, for example, that they use. There's a lot of gymnastics. There's a lot of different techniques, in their training that they incorporate into the game. And you can see it with the way that he fights. He is like a brutal ballerina. His footwork is absolutely sensational. What he does, he stands in range just enough, so therefore the guy that he is fighting believes that he's going to get hit in a moment, so therefore mentally you're constantly working, and therefore you're throwing at times where he's then making you miss, and because his range control is so good, he's nicknamed the cat. He's in like a cat, and he is so accurate with what he's.
If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update from Boxing Wire.